Welcome back to Kingdom Cast. This is your host, Super Champ Chuck. We back at it with another episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share all your social media platforms. It is on to the Jets as the Chiefs will be pulled up in the JetLife Stadium. That's what the Jet fans call it. JetLife Stadium. As we take on the Jets on Sunday Night Football. And country, what the hell are you doing? Anyway, I'm going to introduce the panel here, man. My guy D-Mac is back at the top of the screen, in the middle. This full country is on the right hand corner of the screen. My homegirl Kylie's on the bottom left, and my guy Boogie's on the bottom right. So we got another formidable opponent, y'all. It should be another easy one on paper. So, but anyway, how's everybody doing though?
I'm feeling swiftly.
Oh God,
I'm feeling 22.
Actually, just had to.
Yeah, I'm feeling 22.
I don't have any like clever puns, but I'm feeling all right.
Because of Trent McDuffie, right?
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, I mean he's the best corner in the league so far, according to one website, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, he is the highest rated corner according to PFF. I was gonna go grab my Trent McDuffie jersey, but then I remembered I actually bought it before everybody else jumped on the Trent McDuffie train, and it's the 21, so the reference wouldn't have hit. But no, it is what it is.
But that's all right because you now have like one of the few.
Yeah,
that have 21 on it.
21 Trent McDuffie rookie edition. It's like having one of the rookie cards, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Man, thank God we didn't draft Elam, huh, Boogie?
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, right now that's looking like a
Shots fired.
Woo.
He looked like a Brett V special though. Seriously,
I can see that too.
Oh, there's nothing funnier than the timeline in which we decided to take off Kylie Elam after they've cut him and then turn him into a serviceable corner too.
I can see it.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing we took George Karlaftis instead of Jermaine Johnson too. So I mean, there's that as well. I mean, I was wrong on that.
I was wrong on it. Hey,
how about
Jermaine Johnson and George Pickens all day? That was me.
And how about Jermaine Johnson? He played for the Jets.
Yes, he does.
Yep. Yeah.
How about Trayvon Walker going before all of them, including Aiden Hutchinson?
Good Lord.
Hey, speaking of John, John, you did a fantastic job, man. You were a natural last week. It was okay.
Go ahead.
His whole camera fell. John was a natural last week. That was like a last minute put together type of special thing. But what better way to end that whole weekend off with being a guest on Kingdom Cast, man. It was a great show. You were a natural, man, a pro, man, and we appreciate John. I told John if we had 1,000 guys like him, I would be completely happy in life. You know what I'm saying? So a great fan, a great guy. Sadly, me and Kylie didn't get to meet you, D-Mac, of course, because he's in Jersey or wherever he is. But next time you make a trip, I guarantee I'm going to put you in the figure 4 leg lock or something. I don't know. We'll have fun or something.
What the hell?
He's wrestling. He likes wrestling. So shout out to John, man.
John, you killed it. I'm going to make sure I find a way to see you as well. You got to come back. We'll make it happen.
Did a great job, John.
Yeah.
We were laughing about that earlier, Kyle.
Yeah.
I had to keep people going on that one, man. But I was definitely trolling about Wes Welker. I was definitely trolling on that part. So I just want to keep things going. That's all.
Wasn't it 13% took?
It's better than 0. That's all I'm gonna say on that. It wasn't a clean sweep.
Wow.
Anyway. Steer the show, Captain.
All right.
Quick shout out to DG. Tell the truth.
What's up, DG?
Episode.
Tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
Shout out to DG and CJ for joining me on that, man. We'll make that a weekly thing as well.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. Yeah, y'all did really good for the first night. And I see y'all got over 1,000 views on that joint. So I gotta get y'all background though. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people confused.
Yeah, I hit up our boy Levels, man. We're gonna get that for next week.
Oh, you already did that. Cool.
Yeah,
I did get some.
Bet.
I did get a text message that said, "Who's that on your podcast?"
I knew that was coming.
I
I knew
got
that
two
was
of those.
That makes
So
sense.
hey, that many people was watching. So hey, I
Let me
did
see.
get that text like, "Who is these guys?" I was like, "Oh,
coming.
they good. Keep watching. Keep watching."
Right. My mom said the same thing. He said, what they doing on y'all podcast? I said, this is a new show under our page. So,
Your mom and John, number one and number, they 1A, 1B. As fans of this show, they as supporters of this show, they definitely 1A, 1B. And then the rest is Boogie family, and then Nick, and then my family. Boogie got a lot of cousins that love us, man. I love it.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
yeah, you do.
Love to see it.
All right. So it's on to the Jets this week. Another
And you
inferior
too, Kyle.
opponent.
Jesus. Okay. You
Jeez,
too, Kyle.
but yeah, another inferior opponent this week. We know the turmoil they're going through right now. Jets fans were depending this season on mainly Aaron Rodgers. Everyone knows he was out for the season in week 1. Barely got his career started in New York before that happened, unfortunately. And now we got to deal with Zach Wilson. And Zach Wilson, he ain't got no better, man. He's still the same old turnover-prone quarterback that we've been seeing. So, and I feel bad for Garrett Wilson because Garrett Wilson, I look at the film, this dude be getting open on just about every play. On like majority of plays, this dude get open, and Zach Wilson can't get on the ball, unfortunately. So,
Got that
shout out to
winner
the
circle. Got that winner circle.
yeah, but yeah, this week, it should be an easy one, another easy one for us. But the only thing we gotta be concerned about is complacency. That's the only thing. But I don't think you gotta worry about that too much. But it seems like the media is trying to put on another distraction to divert from the actual football game. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it for a bit though. Let's
Yeah,
talk about
I'm happy Taylor Swift coming to the game too. Was you talking about? What you said?
Was
yeah.
okay, I did find out she sings that Bad Vibes song. Is it Bad Vibes? Is that the
Yeah,
name of the song? Okay.
I think. Yeah, it's
You want to know
good
what?
that she finally put him on the map. Not what they say.
Yeah, he's
Man,
already on the map. But you want to know what's crazy? Them ticket sales, they were on the downside after Aaron Rodgers got hurt. And now that she done got back into the news and everything, and she already announced that she's going to go to the game, ticket sales have gone back up. So Jet fans who plan on selling their tickets anyway, they can make a come up this week. Unless they just want to be in the building with Taylor Swift. So.
Look, the Jets that made so much money, they don't care about winning this week.
No.
They already won.
Right.
But you want to know what I am looking forward to, though? I am looking forward to seeing Chris Jones and Quinn Williams being the best of their position, though. I know Quinn Williams going to have a tougher matchup on his end, though, dealing with Creed Humphrey and possibly Joe Tooney or Trey Smith, depending on, what kind of stunt. And, depends on which gaps he goes through, which gap he chooses or whatever. But,
and Chris Jones going against Zach Wilson, so it's a little difference.
Yeah, and that mid-Jets offensive line, so.
Hey, man, can we discuss the elephant in the room?
Uh-oh.
What's
Sure.
up?
We're never gonna get to see Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers. I think
It doesn't feel like it.
It's why we got Brady versus Peyton. We had who was Bree's rival?
Rivers, sort of. No, not really, because not
really.
Did he really even have a rival?
I mean, Rodgers.
Really. Now that I think about it, not really.
Rodgers and Breeze had some pretty good games against each other, I'll say.
Yeah. Rodgers and Breeze had some. When that was the one that was like master versus student, and we're just never gonna get to see it. Somebody's always hurt or missing a game, and not to say they weren't good games, but man, it's just sad that I don't think we're ever gonna get to see that matchup.
Yeah, because those are two incredibly talented quarterbacks. But I'll also say I think the master versus student.
Hey man, you win the game, and then
the master versus student is always more Brady and Mahomes, though, because Mahomes takes after Tom Brady than he does with Aaron Rodgers. then that's kind of just a fact. He follows a lot of what Brady wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
It is giving LeBron versus Kobe vibes.
We
Because
know who LeBron is.
Yeah,
It's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, LeBron. We know who that is. So, but
anyway, don't even start, Chuck. Please don't
Why'd
start.
you even do it?
I had to, but
Those are trigger words, man.
yeah,
I know.
yeah.
There's
And we're
three
off.
of them off the table.
Yeah, no, really. That was you get a jackpot for hitting all three of them in one sentence. Oh man.
Oh God, y'all gotta stop.
No, but Kyle,
I don't care. He also won his game after Brett Favre too.
Kyle, I'm saying from this perspective, I understand what you're getting at, and some on the field it's certainly fair. But everything that Mahomes talks about, being an extreme competitor, being a part of the team, take a little bit less to make sure that you're in the context of it. The ways in which he deals with his teammates, getting extra work with those guys, all of that is Tom Brady stuff. It is being maniacal with notes as far as being a technical tape watcher. All that stuff is Tom Brady stuff. That is he, as far as the mentality in which he approaches the game, is more so like Tom Brady than is Aaron Rodgers. That's the truth. Now, talent-wise, we obviously see a little bit more of that creativity from Rodgers, but that he says it all the time that Tom Brady's the guy that he pens his stuff after, and he asks for advice a lot.
Did you see the mic'd up? He was saying that he even runs out of the tunnel like Brady. He was like,
yeah, he said the yelling stuff.
Brady's the only one that ever gets pumped up. He's like, I do it too, but I don't ever see anyone else do it. So yeah, he's definitely.
Yeah.
Sure for D-Mac, Kyle. Sure is for D-Mac.
Yeah, we got to mic Mahomes up more. We just gonna skip over every LeBron comment. We got to mic Mahomes up more. Mahomes is very entertaining on the mic. We know he cuss a lot though, don't we? Netflix. We know he cuss a lot. You got to edit. I wonder how much footage they really got versus how much they can really use because he cusses a lot.
It was a lot of editing. I'm sure it was a lot of editing.
So, who's going to go down as Mahomes' rival? Is it going to be Tom Brady?
No.
I feel like we're still looking at Joe Burrow or Josh Allen right now. Joe Burrow right now, honestly.
It's
the way that he's beat them 3 times.
Sherbert not in the conversation. I mean, we had our battles with the Chargers.
You try to put Herbert in there?
No.
Damn Herbert. Burrow got him once in the playoffs, and so it's Burrow right now, and it's probably going to continue.
You got to win a playoff game before you can come and say Mahomes is a rival.
Please don't make me do a PSA on Herbert, please.
I was just going to say the ring, dog. That's all.
Peyton and Brady didn't become a rival until Peyton got that playoff win over him. When you have those two mega quarterbacks that go after each other and able to have wins over each other when it mattered most, that's when you can consider a rivalry. So for me, it's Burrow. Everybody else is secondary as of right now.
Who is the next Peyton Manning, Tom Brady? Do we have one yet?
We got to wait till somebody start winning.
Somebody got to get a ring.
Yeah, somebody got to win. It could be Josh Allen. It could be Burrow, Lamar.
Yeah.
Could be Hurts. Could be Hurts.
Tua, Kevin, don't get blocked.
No, if he win the ring.
Let's wait until Miami has to play in 50 below,
Yeah, let's wait till they play somebody for real. Yeah.
It looks nice in September and October. November, December is when real football is played. Let's
also
December and January. Holla at me then.
Because when Mahomes went 3-0 versus Allen, Herbert, and Lamar, that kind of killed it before it even started, though.
Yeah, I mean, and none of them have been able to get him in the playoffs. Obviously, only Allen has had his shot at this point. But and I'll say this even applies to Trevor Lawrence. Unfortunately, to this point, Trevor Lawrence hasn't been able to get Mahomes in the playoffs too. So until one of these guys gets him in the playoffs, it's kind of not really.
So it's Burrow until further notice. That's what we're gonna settle on.
Yep. Somebody else.
Even with a bum calf, I feel like it's Burrow right now.
And to be fair, Burrow's the most fun one. Josh Allen's we're kind of just beating up on Josh Allen at this current moment in time. Lamar hasn't been able to get the traction to a playoff matchup yet. Trevor's a baby. Herbert is on the Chargers. Everybody else is whatever. It hurts, though. Obviously, we had a great game in the Super Bowl, but Burrow's the most fun at this current moment in time, and I think that's a good thing. You always like to see.
John nailed it, bro. He's fighting ghosts for real.
Also true. Yes, Mahomes is chasing pills.
Because he's kicking Marino ass. I know, hey, look, does Dan Marino secretly hate Patrick Mahomes? Like, have we ever put a microphone in Dan Marino's face? Why every game he breaks one of his records?
Man,
I know Dan Marino, man.
But no, why are y'all talking about an old school cat hating on these current cats, man?
Yeah,
What's up with that, bro? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
He trying to push that
Marino
agenda,
had
man.
the
Come
records
on.
for 30 years, bro.
But why would he be mad though?
That's what I'm saying, dog. Like he did it.
Okay, never mind. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah, nah, he should be cool.
Oh, little tense in here. Jesus.
Careful.
I think Mahomes has given some praise to Marino in the past, and obviously, I mean, anybody should because Marino's just insane. But I hope there's nothing bad between them two. But look, Marino made some unbreakable records, especially relative to his era. But Mahomes has come in and been able to get a few of them, to say the least.
Pull that comment up for me.
I love that Sporting comes back after they win a game. They were 0-2. We didn't see them in here.
Man, never heard of them.
Barely beat the Rams. Look who's back.
Yeah, it was losing voice. It wasn't even Sporting voice then. It was losing voice.
Or more like he lost his voice.
Yeah, oh my God, Kevin is trying his hardest right now to bait.
Kevin, what did he say?
Chuck said more like he lost his voice.
That's exactly what happened. So he got it back now. So.
Losing voices.
Oh man, I'm definitely sleepy. Are you scared of the Jets? Like this is like we said.
What?
This is one of those games that was a potential L when we looked at the schedule and how things have changed. Now we like begging them to stay on track. You know what I'm saying? But coming off that Bears win, did anybody expect them to beat the Bears the way they beat the Bears?
Yes.
Honestly, no.
I mean, yeah, like the first quarter. I mean, yeah, like it was gonna get ugly. I had an expectation anyway. Like when you are such a superior opponent to the inferior opponent, that's how you're supposed to perform.
Yeah, but we don't normally do it like that, though.
Well, exactly, Country. Thank you. I agree with you. Like we normally like to kind of play with our food a little bit. We don't really put it on him. Andy will take his foot off the gas or whatever. And I don't know. I didn't feel obviously that wasn't the case with the Bears. Like outside of that game, I can't really remember them putting it to anybody. Maybe the Niners, if you want to go back to like last season, maybe the Niners. But no, we normally like let up. We don't like to show our cards. It just gets a little vanilla.
Yeah. And my bad. And yeah, speaking of the Lions, they putting a beat down on the Packers. Y'all boys look good, P. Y'all boys do look good, man. But anyway, go ahead.
The one thing I'll say is this, and it's a comparison that I made before the season because I thought it was interesting. The 2020 Chiefs coming after the 2019 Super Bowl, that was the best team in Mahomes' era, in my personal opinion, because they were steamrolling teams. They were a complete team. They really had it going on defense. I think I went back and rewatched the Jets game. They had only given up, I think, more than 20 points to one opponent through 8 games or so one time. So the defense was playing really well. We know what the offense was doing. And I think there's something to be said for what this team usually kind of has a mentality of coming off the Super Bowl. Obviously, week one, not having Chris Jones and Travis Kelce that, has extenuating circumstances behind it. But this looks like a complete football team that absolutely kind of has that feel of if their offense is rolling, they're going to be dominating some bad teams specifically. So, yeah, I mean, I was expecting them to beat down the Jets, like I said, or the Bears. If Mahomes isn't sitting by, the fourth quarter, then something probably went wrong, and that's exactly what happened. So, yeah, I mean, and as far as this game is concerned, I expect them to once again hold the Jets under, to 2 touchdowns or less, ideally 1. And if the offense could take care of this defense, Mahomes should be able to sit in the fourth quarter for some drives.
Yeah, speaking of the offense not clicking on all cylinders, I want to talk about this, and this is a more important topic for me. like the wide receiver core in general, like as far as like the ball security. It's been a concern, because like I saw a clip today and the receivers were going through drills, trying to catch passes through contact and whatnot. The coaches are working with them, trying to get them to be able to handle contact when they get their hands on the ball. And KT didn't look good in that little short clip. Rasheed Rice is kind of struggling. I mean, I just want those guys to get better just in time for the back end of the schedule, because we've watched our team for like the past 5 years, and we usually get better in the back end of the schedule. That's what we usually do. So, I mean, that's just like a main concern right now as far as the offense goes. Once we get stuff like that corrected, then yeah, it's gonna be a scary sight for the league. Do y'all think it's a big issue right now with ball security in general?
Not really. Not really. I don't think it's hurting us. I think they still trying to get that rhythm and trying to get on the same page. A good blowout win to help you, though. They definitely got better. You know what I'm saying? So I think the main part about this team and it's the defense. It's like they normally get into a rhythm. It's week 8, and then it's like, oh, okay, that's what the defense is supposed to look like. But it's week 3, and on paper right now, it's been a small sample size. This might be the best Chiefs team we've ever under the Mahomes era. This might be the top team right now, and they're young. They're the youngest team in the league. They got rookies contributing. It's not like old guys. We don't have a Dan Sorensen to blame everything on. It's like we don't have no really weaknesses. And then Charles Omeni, who comes back in what are we 2 more weeks? Mm-hmm. Like we're gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? Like it's scary.
I definitely need to see more from that offense to say this is the best team that we had, though.
But don't you think Pat don't get it together? You feel me? Like it's not.
I mean, of course. I mean, Pat. I'm not concerned about Pat. I'm talking about the group, man. I'm talking about the rest of the guys.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah, but I also think like they really focused on running the ball more last weekend, and I think 160 yards between all the running backs. And I think even Pat spoke to that in the presser the other day. He was like, "We got to really run the ball. We got to be able to." Spread the ball around, not only spread the ball around, but run the ball, make it part of it, make them respect the run. So I think as they continue to do that, if they do that more with the strong running back room that we have, then I think it'll continue to open things up for them downfield. And hopefully they don't have to do as many of like the tight windows, contested catches. Hopefully they start getting some separation. So the drops are worrisome, but I think there's ways around that. And I think there's still lots of room for them to improve. And I think they're getting there.
Yeah.
What up, Mercedes? Thanks for joining us.
Mercedes, hey, auntie. But what better way to get better? Like Kylie's saying, what better way to get better than playing? Like the Jets are a good defense. This is a good test. They're not a great team, but the Jets are going to be a good test for your wide receivers. I want to see Rasheed Rice versus Sauce Gardner. I want to see it. I want to see if Sky is starting to be the number 1 receiver. I don't know if people like it. I don't know if people care. I know Boogie and Kylie, y'all comfortable. Y'all got really good seats on the bus. Kylie's driving the bus. But I think Sky he's the number 1 wide receiver right now.
Do you really think so? Because I think
he's really the man, bro. I really think Sky's the man.
But I think Rasheed kind of challenging him a bit, though. He just got to catch the ball. He got to be more consistent with his hands. But I think Rasheed is challenging Sky a bit right now.
I think that there's a healthy competition there. And I agree with you, Country. Not a good team, and why I think that the defense should handle its business. But this is a good test because last week the Bears were terrible on both sides of the ball, and we expected them to blow them out. And I don't think you can learn much from what happened last week. This week, against a team that plays zone coverage as well as they do, that can rush the passer as well as they do, you have to be able to show that change up to continue to run the ball effectively and be able to distribute the ball effectively through the air. Sky Moore is more of a man beater right now. The Jets play more of a zone coverage. Rasheed Rice is more of a zone beater right now. He's a guy that can really take advantage of this sort of matchup, playing off of Travis Kelce effectively. And as you see, MVS and Justin Watson stretch the field and Tony get his snaps in there. So I want to see Rasheed Rice in this game be able to have a good game, continue his ability to continue to beat Maybe that's fun to beat zone coverage and show that ability consistently. Because if he can do that, I'm sorry. No.
Relax.
Wow.
Get your mind out the gutter.
That one's on me. I apologize.
Okay, Kevin.
Really good
Number one wide receiver doesn't necessarily mean he's the best wide receiver. Like, I'm just saying that doesn't mean he has to be the best wide receiver.
Justin Watson is leading the team in receiving yards, as far as wide receivers right now. So
Right.
It is what it is. But yeah, no, I'm fine with where the offense is because I said it, 2 weeks ago. They know what works. We saw it in the second half of the Jags game when it was necessary. So we're good. They're going to figure this out. It's just going to take a few weeks. But I would love to see this continue into this matchup versus Jets because this is an actual test compared to the Bears who won.
Okay. So can we say if we move into next year, Sky, Rashee Rice, Ross, they're going to be on this. They're locks, right? Or is it safe enough to say that, right?
Yeah.
They all under contract, but it's early, man. We don't know. It's week 3.
It's early.
Week 4,
it's
man.
early. It's early too. I think they just we've never seen a wide receiver room from 1 to whatever this deep. Like we've never seen them this deep. It's Tyreek, and then DeMarcus, and then Sammy, and then you know what I'm saying. I'm just excited about the 3 and 4 guys more than we ever have been. You know what I'm saying since Mahomes got here.
Well, and I think too, Rashee Rice, he's had like a drop each game or so, which is obviously not something you want. But when you look at what he's done for a rookie in Andy Reid's system through 3 games, it's pretty impressive. I think he's already has 108 yards or something on the season, which is, I think, half of what Sky had all of last season. So I think that's really impressive. And I think he's going to continue to build and get better. So I'm high on Sky. You guys already know that. But I think Rashee Rice is doing really good things. And I have a lot of confidence that they'll figure it out with him as well.
You high on Sky?
I'm high on Sky. You knew that, though. I've been talking about that for a while.
Yeah.
It's been impressive to see how well he's equipped himself to start out. And hopefully that can continue and the drops don't continue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As far as what I'm seeing from the Jets defense from last week, the way that you can attack this defense, I see you can definitely run a lot of mesh concepts to open up some stuff down the field. That's one thing that struck to me, just watching last week's game with the Patriots and all that. So I remember on one play they ran some mesh and it opened up the middle of the field for Hunter Henry. Now I wonder if the Jets gonna be more cognizant that Travis Kelce's the tight end instead of Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry's been balling. You know what I'm saying? But that's just one way you can attack the Jets defense. They are good. They're a good unit in general. So,
but it's not like the Patriots have a lot of outside wide receiver talent they should be scared of. So look, I'm sure they were game planning against the middle of the field, but they still were able to give up a little bit there to the Patriots because the middle of the field for them is kind of soft. I think C.J. Mosley is giving up over 115 passer rating right now in coverage. They could be handled.
Are y'all pushing that agenda this weekend?
What agenda is that?
McDuffie's better than Sauce Gardner?
I mean, so far this season he's been better.
He's playing better this year, but coverage is fickle, so I wouldn't say that he's all of a sudden a better player for sure. But
right.
He was also, I think, a cornerback prospect that was near or right with Sauce Gardner. I thought he was better than Stingley. I think that he was a tier 1 corner prospect in that draft. So if it turns out that he's better than Sauce for his career, that wouldn't be a shock at all.
What's holding you back from saying that though, Boogie? Is it the interceptions?
No, I'm just curious. I mean, most of the media wouldn't say it. But of course, they don't see. Well, I can't even say they don't see the Chiefs as much as we do because all our games are prime time. But
Taylor Swift makes sure of that.
God.
My man said he's not even the best wide receiver.
That is true.
Jesus Christ.
That is correct. Luther Burden is the best wide receiver in Missouri. I will say that for sure. That is a fact.
Y'all crazy, man.
That's definitely facts.
He is the best wide receiver in Missouri.
I think when the smoke clears and the dust settles, Sky and Rashee gonna be your 1 and 2. We'll
I'll
talk
be
in
happy with
17.
that.
We'll talk in 14 games. We'll talk about it. We'll keep a track on it.
I think they will for sure be the most consistent 1 and 2 from the state because Watson and MVS more so are the down the field guys, and we know Tony is a limited role snap kind of guy at this time. So I think it has to be those two, and so far as we've gotten through these weeks, I think they're equipped enough to do so.
Someone said that, I think someone in the comments was saying that we need to use Tony more in that McColl role. And I definitely agree. You get Tony in space, get him in a jet sweep, get him in space. He's a great weapon. But these drops and the miscommunication, I think that's definitely something he's struggled with over the last few games, obviously. And then, of course, his injuries. You got to have him in a limited snap count. So I think he could be used very well in like a jet sweep or a motion. So,
and I'm glad they are doing that, by the way. Coming into the season, the wide receiver 1 talk, I'm like, you guys should not be using him as a wide receiver 1. He can't handle the snaps. We know his body just can't do it. The fact that they are using him for limited snaps and then using those snaps, obviously to get the ball in his hands as high impact ones, that's exactly how he needs to be used. A lot of the Mecole Hardman role. That's exactly what he needs to do. And I'm glad that they're protecting him in that way.
Yeah, and speaking of McCole, is he even going to see the field against his old friends?
Come on home, baby.
It would be funny. It would be funny if they decided to break him out this year or this week against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Come on home, McCall. It's all right, baby. Come on
home. Do we really need him?
No.
I don't think so. No.
Respectfully.
Right. I appreciate what he did with his time here, but we've moved on. We
got our rings. Good luck to you.
I mean, I wouldn't be against bringing him back, but all he would do would be, just fighting for cases snaps. It wouldn't make much of a difference. So,
right. Well, who are you getting rid of to bring him in?
Richie James.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you dare do my cousin like that.
Hey, you might be right.
Don't you dare lose my cousin.
He might be better than Richie James.
I'm sorry, he was the guy that had to get cut out of the rotation. Unfortunately, it was because of injury, but he was the guy that had to get cut out of the rotation.
Speaking of guys cut out the rotation, shout out to Montreal, Washington.
Yes.
Yep, I was about to get into that.
Great. Early in the week, Tuesday, we were like, who? And then by the game, we were like, oh. You know what I'm saying? So Montreal, Washington, great job, man. Great job. You came in there on prime time, like the quote Boogie. Everybody watches prime time. This is one of the biggest games. All the lights were on that field, and you showed up and you showed out, man. Now you gotta keep building on it, keep adding on that. But great job, man. He's definitely. We don't really pick a lot of special team players of the game, but he's definitely in the conversation for player of the game, just for being consistent and solid back there.
And
a little more adventurous than I would have enjoyed, but he did do a good job at return.
Yeah, he was a little adventurous. He was a little adventurous. And then I saw DD say, man, I like him. He's a little fearless. I said, I don't want that fearless, but
hey, Taylor Swift was at the game, baby. Taylor Swift was at the game, baby. Everybody was watching, He tried to make something happen.
But fun fact about Montreal, though, he was drafted above Isaiah Pacheco, Jalen Watson, and Najee Johnson.
Wow.
By the Denver Broncos. And
hey, bro.
Right now.
The Broncos.
Wow. Quick side conversation.
Okay.
How good was that draft class?
Damn good.
George, Trent, everybody hit.
Justin. Yeah.
Everybody hit except Will Kennard. And him even being on the team is still a win to me. He was a 5th round pick. Those are wild cards anyway. But especially in the late rounds that you ain't really supposed to hit, everybody hit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? How good was that draft class? I'm looking at you, Boogie.
Too. A lot of people like to call for his head.
I'm looking at you, Boogie.
Kennard is still a depth offensive lineman, and for a 5th round pick, that's fine. That's fair value. So, Brett Veach just did an amazing job during that draft.
What you looking at me for, though? I don't get it.
Because we're just picking on you today, bro.
I was about to say all I ever said was Veach can't draft skill position players. That's all I was asking for, so. I mean Karlaftis count.
Karlaftis,
I give Karlaftis is an important position. I give you that.
Hey, Georgia's having a hell of a year. Georgia's having a hell of a year.
McDuffie,
Pressure Nation.
Yeah.
Pressure Nation is George.
Can Rasheed Rice?
Time out. He gets sacks. He gets
Yeah,
sacks.
yeah.
You can't call
I
him
know I'm
pressure
saying
Nation
he's
no
top
more.
3 in pressures in the league. That's what he gets sacks.
Okay. All
Can
right.
can we get Sky or Rasheed Rice to be 1,000-yard receiver? That's what I want to see. Can Beach draft one of those?
Yeah.
I think
I do want to see that.
Y'all think that
Rasheed
can
has the
happen this year?
potential.
No, I don't think it'll happen this year.
I'm still
But I
suspended.
think,
Not this year. No.
Yeah, I don't think
no, but I think you could see if Rasheed keeps on the way he's keeping on and he stays in like that Juju role, which they seem to be doing, putting him in. I think because Juju had 1,000 last year.
Yeah,
You
he
get
hit
him,
1,000.
yeah. So
Mhm.
then you get Rasheed Rice
Maybe.
another year. I think next year you see him pop off a little more. I could see him with 1,000 next year. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. It's early, but I'm saying if he stays on the trajectory that he's on, yeah.
But it is true that it is a hurdle, though. You know, he hasn't drafted a receiver that has got 1,000 yards yet. So, but you know,
That's
patience is
fair.
a virtue.
That's fair.
So,
did we get the last ounce of juice out of Juju?
It appears, yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, according to all
Because
the
he
reports,
ain't doing nothing in New England. Like,
And those reports been wild too, man. They talking about his knee can explode at any time. I'm like, what? I didn't even think that was a real quote, man. I'm like, what?
and you can just
His
tell
knee
though.
can
You can just
explode.
tell.
I don't think I saw that.
You can just tell, like,
yeah. No, it's they definitely said that. They said his knee can go at any minute.
Yeah, but like when Juju gets in and out of his brace, you can just tell, bro. You can just tell, like, it's not the same.
Yeah, it looks like we did get the last lift up by Juju, but Rasheed Rice definitely has, in my opinion, the highest. People are the highest ceiling out of the wide receiver room, and I know people are gonna be like Justin Ross, and look, I like Justin Ross, but we got to see Justin Ross. So Rasheed Rice has the highest ceiling, in my opinion, out of that wide receiver room. And 1,000 yards is possibly in his future. Not this year, maybe next year is certainly a possibility. But look, if Brett Veach can't draft a 1,000-yard wide receiver, out of everything that he has been able to draft, I'm fine with that development because we'll make it work. We just will.
So you saying he only drives? So you saying he only drives 650-yard receivers?
Yeah. If he drafts a whole bunch of 800-yard receivers, that's fine. That'll add up to 4,800 yards for Mahomes anyway. Who cares?
There's a learning curve with any job.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
We'll say that.
Brett Veach has done an amazing job at learning from his mistakes, CEH.
Exactly.
And premium players, Trent McDuffie and George Karlaftis instead. So I can't be that mad at his drafting strategy as we've gone through this.
Well, and like we said, last year's class wasn't crazy. So, yeah.
Yeah. And the other half of being a good GM is free agents. And Drew Tranquil is a win, a W already. 3 weeks in, I don't need to see no more. He's already a win for me. We already won that contract. How y'all feel about Drew Tranquil?
Drew, he looked pretty solid out there, man. And I remember like a few Chargers fans were saying that he's gonna be the Dan Sorensen of our defense. Now, this is a small sample size, but I didn't see no Dan Sorensen out there against the Bears, you know. And I feel like this week, you know, if Nick Bolton isn't able to play this week, I mean, I'm not worried either. You know what I'm saying? Just because of who's throwing the ball back there for the Jets. And like the Jets, they abandoned the run. That's another thing. Like Breece Hall not getting enough touches. Like they thinking they got Nathaniel Hackett thinks Aaron Rodgers still back there. It's like no, like, you gotta start running the ball. You got two-headed monster running back allegedly, so you gotta get them the ball.
They refused to, which is something. But look, Chargers fans didn't understand the simple fact of the Chargers don't have a defensive coach, and I don't care who their head coach is. He doesn't know how to coach defense. And we have one of the best defensive coordinators in NFL history, in my opinion. So there's a little bit of difference there. But I was interested from two aspects. Obviously, one, Nick Bolton not playing. That means Drew Tranquil stepping into the mic. They didn't have any issues with their calls, and Spag said this as well. They went to every exotic coverage look that they wanted to, and he got them lined up effectively like a professional, which is exactly what you want from Mike linebacker and Drew. And the second thing was Drew Tranquil played every single dime linebacker spot or snap, I should say, throughout the game. And for those that may not know, that's only one linebacker, the rest DBs alongside with your defensive line. And that's exactly what he should do, even when Nick plays. And I love Nick. I'm a big Mizzou guy. I love what he brings to the table. But Drew Tranquill is the best dime backer on this team because of his coverage ability. And he should be used that way effectively. And I'm glad to see that he is being used, at least for this starting point when Nick is not playing.
Yeah, I feel like in them games before that was the problem. We should have played Drew a little bit more. So I think that's a blessing in disguise. Nick Bolton is hurt. Play him some more, man. Like you said, I hope they play him when Bolton comes back. We still use him.
Absolute facts. Kylie, you got anything on that?
I posted a video of Drew Tranquill earlier this week from the presser, but did y'all see how much he was talking about how much he loved KC and how the whole culture is about winning? And, you know, it's different than what he's used to with the Chargers. He didn't say that, but that was kind of what he was giving off. But yeah, he was saying, you know, my agent knows he knows I like Kansas City. He knows I want to be here. So even though he's on a 1-year deal, it'll be interesting to see what they do with him next season, especially with the whole Nick Bolton thing coming up. So it'll be interesting to see, but I love Drew Tranquill. I think the way that he was able to step up and kind of lead the defense out there in Nick Bolton's absence was awesome. He didn't miss a beat. And, I think he brings a lot of intensity to this defense, and I'm excited. I think it was a great get by Veach in the offseason.
Somebody probably will pay him more, but I do hope he is able to come back because I think that he gives his team a whole lot of versatility in the way that you deploy your linebackers. He's a really good complement to Bolton, and you are in line right now to lose Gay. So if Karlaftis comes back, I think that would be an excellent thing for us to be able to retain him because Karlaftis. If Drew Tranquill comes back, excellent to retain him for sure.
Can I ask a little quick question? Why does everybody think we're just automatically going to lose Gay? Do y'all think he's going to break the bank or something?
No, but I think somebody will pay him a 3-time Super Bowl champion. What is he going to be, 26? How old is Willie?
Yeah. He's 26-ish.
I mean, he's young. He's been on 3 Super Bowl teams. He's young. Why wouldn't you sign him if you were a team that need a linebacker?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that people will look at the athleticism and just say, yeah, we need to give that man, you know, a fair bit of money more than the Chiefs would really want to spend, considering they have Leo, they have Nick, and maybe they can bring back Drew on a cheaper contract. So we'll be interested to see, certainly.
Isn't how much you holding up for an extension next season too?
You said what?
Yes. Yeah, so Nick Bolton's extension comes next season. And then you try and bring back Drew. You can't bring back Drew and Gay and extend Bolton. So
I doubt.
I would see.
I mean, how much is a good linebacker going for these days? Like a quality, he's not the Roquan Smith. Like he's not going to get 15.
No, he's going to be
7. I think I give him a 3-year, $21 million?
Yeah, I think he's going to be just maybe a little bit more, maybe 3 years, 24, 26-ish. But I think that would be too pricey for them to bring him back. Like, I think that you could, if the choice is him for 3 for 21 or Drew for 3 for 15, they would rather go Drew for 3 for 15.
Yeah, I think it's about right, Country. Because like, here's the thing, Willie Gay. Like, I done said this before about Willie Gay. I love the dude, his athleticism. He gets the team fired up. You know, he's exciting. You know, he never runs out of energy. He's a ball of energy. But the thing with him is that his injury history, man. He gets nicked up a little too much for my liking. I know the football injuries don't come and all that, but it's been a constant thing with him. That's just my thing with Willie. I like the guy. I like how he plays.
Yeah,
I like the guy.
I'm cool with us keeping him. I just think somebody else will offer him a lot of money. He shouldn't turn it down. He didn't win the Super Bowls. Go get paid, man. Like,
there's no money. There's no reason.
Said I like the guy, but I wouldn't introduce him to my sister.
Kyle.
I don't think he's injury prone. He might be a bit of a knucklehead. I don't think he's injury prone. But just something that a lot of people, when they mention Willie Gay, they automatically put him off the team next year. So I was just asking. I was just curious.
maybe I'll end up being wrong, but I said it throughout the summer. I don't think that he comes back, and I'm probably going to continue to say I don't think that L'Jarius Sneed comes back. So.
Yeah, he might be enough. Yeah, when Spag said that McDuffie reminded him of Sneed, that kind of might have been a nail in the coffin right there.
But let me ask y'all a question, because this is the first time we have ever had this type of defense with Mahomes. Now think about it. We're going to let Sneed, Chris Jones, and Willie Gay go after having this type of defense?
They're not going. I don't think that. I don't know why people automatically. I don't think Chris Jones is leaving.
I'm still not writing the book on Chris Jones personally, but I think that given the way that they've invested at DB, if you give me Drew back, I'm perfectly fine with Sneed and Willie leaving, and I think you can still maintain this level of play as you continue. Because we're talking about, again, this defense getting a second-year Jamari Connor, who we already saw be very effective in blitzing out of the slot, getting a third-year Brian Cook, who I will also say he's played a lot better on tape than when I've gone back and watched these games. That man's range has really improved, and I got to give Brian Cook credit for that.
Brian Cook, please stop hitting your teammates, though. Please stop hitting your teammates.
If he could play the ball a little bit more, that would be nice. And we've talked about, Najee Johnson's coming back. We're getting Nick Jones more development. These DBs continue to move. So I would still feel comfortable if your two losses are Sneed and Gay. Chris Jones, obviously, we know how important he is to the defense, and that is a separate conversation, but I'm not writing the book on him leaving
yet. Yeah. I mean, I hope we can retain Chris Jones after this year. I'm not gonna hold my breath on that, but that would be huge to keep him around for just to extend our window a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So.
I definitely want to keep Sneed too.
Yeah,
but I know the game. But yeah,
I
would be pro keeping Sneed.
But speaking of Chris Jones, man, look like he's been keeping his word as far as like defense player of the year type of performances. Like he's kind of on par in that conversation right now, and it's still like the full version of Chris Jones yet, and he's already making an impact week in and week out.
You see, though, he's on the injury report. He's got a groin injury. Mm-hmm. He was, I think he was limited today, maybe.
Yeah. Whatever you do not search Chris Jones' groin for the record.
Don't. Yeah, please don't. No.
Or do. I mean, I don't know.
Kylie.
If Kylie says don't, and I say don't do it, then
Spags ain't worried about this package.
I'm just leaving it open. I'm just leaving it open.
We're trying to defend you.
Those are Kylie's thoughts and Kylie's thoughts only. And not
PSA, man.
I'll own that one. Listen, ladies know what's up. Ladies know what's up. All right.
There you go, Chuck.
Lord have mercy.
It sounds like hopefully that there's not a big deal. During the press conference, it said Chris Jones kind of had the limited snaps due to the scoreboard, not necessarily anything with him. So hopefully it's not an issue, and they do obviously expect him to play. So we'll see what the practice reports come out for tomorrow. So
thank God for the Bears. They let him rest that.
Yeah,
he rested his groin for.
He got this one sack and he was done, man.
Do you think he heard it during that game, or do you think it was prior to that game and then they kept him limited because, like, what do you think? When do you think?
They said it was a scoreboard, so I not necessarily an injury. So we'll see.
It was definitely scoreboard because somebody asked me that question during the game when I said Chris Jones looks to be done for the day too, because I saw them sub him out. Like he went back in the huddle, then I saw Spags sub him right back out. And I was like, oh, he must be done for the day too. And then somebody was like, are they limited in snap count? And I was like, scoreboard. Simple as that. So,
if we get a blowout, they definitely putting him on the bench, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't no need to. John, stop, John. Stop it, John.
They gotta ramp him back up, and so it's a good thing that they're taking their time in developing him.
We can't even talk about Chris Jones on this show without the comments. I can't even put that comment up, John. Calm down,
guys.
And it's like,
keep it clean.
It's like we already saw Patrick Mahomes sprain his ankle, so
yeah.
I can't do those moments. I can't
on a play that should not have happened, by the way. A play that shouldn't have happened.
Exactly.
That is facts. That is facts.
Yeah, that was a crazy
was that roll on purpose, or was that that didn't look like a natural fall, and I turned and I hit your ankle. Like that didn't. I ain't saying he dirty. I'm just saying that was a little extra.
I don't think it was anything dirty. I think he got pushed into him. So
okay.
Trying to turn that corner.
I can't believe they robbed me. They robbed me and MBS of our fantasy points.
Man,
that is ridiculous. Okay, so
I could have won this week if y'all would have took that away.
All right, so now that Taylor Swift gonna be attending this game,
God,
does that mean
Swift head?
Swift hit. Oh my God!
No.
Yeah,
that went out the fine. That was me. I apologize. That one's on me.
In the morning though, dog. In the morning though, I said, bro, we just waking up.
Swift head.
But serious question though. Like now that Taylor Swift's gonna be attending this game, does that mean Jawan Taylor gonna be off the hook in these nationally televised games for the time being?
Nope. He dying for our sins, man.
Colin's gonna find a way to put it like just because he's just gonna have to. Man. It is what it is.
It's sad, man.
It's ridiculous.
Hey, but you know what? I like Jawan Taylor didn't blame nobody. He took full responsibility and said he'll fix it, but he's definitely getting picked on and getting screwed over, man.
No, but do you think even after Andy came out and said, like, because Andy came out and said some things like, I know what you're doing. Like, he was like, I know what's up. And Pat said some things. I mean, they weren't quite what
double
Andy said,
down.
but I think, exactly. So I think maybe after that, we might see him lighten up a bit because they certainly aren't calling it on anyone else.
Maybe they call it on other people this week, Collie. Maybe that's what the thing will be this week. Maybe that's
how they do it. They need to do something because I'm about to make a PSA. Yeah, I don't want to do it, but
they're not going.
They need to. There's plenty of examples. You can go to DMAC, you can go to DG. Boogie's tweeted it. Kylie's tweeted. There's plenty of threads and tweets of lines that are not right that we need to call. And then the one dude had Jawan Taylor on the Eagles tush push. That was hilarious. Whoever did that was hilarious. I wish I knew your name. I'm sorry. Yes, but that was hilarious.
Ruled out, man. Just put Jawan Taylor on there. It's automatically legal. But
they clearly picking on this dude. Clearly.
Well, that's what Juice says it in the comments. Lane Johnson the other night.
He was false starting and he was lining up off the line.
Bro.
I said it during
on prime time.
I was saying it during the Thursday night game week 2 after they sent out the memo. Well, are you going to call it on Lane Johnson? No. Are you going to call on the Vikings tackles? No. And they just started. It's legitimately only one person that this has been targeted at for Jawan Taylor. And the fact that Reed and Mahomes have now said what they said, I'm sure that they have sent something to the NFL to get this rectified and probably said something to the refereeing crew. This should not be an issue moving forward. And if it is, then there's a significant conversation needs to be had.
Do you believe the report? A good friend of the show, Charles Goldman, said that they purposely lined up Smith and Prince behind it. They purposely lined them off, and it didn't get called.
I believe that. I believe
too. Because I believe in that moment, Andy Reid is setting up evidence. Mm-hmm. Like, no, I got you. No, I got your cell phone pinging off the corner when this person got shot. I know what you did. Like,
do we got that fact check that he did that?
It's a report.
No.
Who made that report?
Goldman.
Charles Goldman. Goldman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Friend of the show.
Good friend of the show. Good friend of the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
A legit report.
Charles is good. Charles is he ain't no slouch. So I'm believing it. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. It's not Therese, but Therese would have a field day with this too. Y'all know that, right? Y'all do know that. He would have so much fun with this.
If you're going to experiment, you have to control for variables. So they did exact same plays, exact same referee crew, exact same team. We controlled for everything, and y'all still didn't call it. This tells you all you need to know in the NFL about if your refereeing crew is doing what they should be doing as far as calling a game fair. So this needs to be fixed moving forward.
We taking your word for it, KL368.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And like it was obvious because the game before against Jacksonville, like I remember when some of the other fan bases they was trolling like, oh they benched Jawan Taylor, I'm like, no, that's not what happened. They call it BS. Shout out to the Queens, thank you for pulling up. But yeah, they call it BS. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he got taken out. And he just wanted to see what the hell's going on. They gonna keep it consistent and calling on everybody else. And that's not been the case.
It's crazy the announcers kind of put the spotlight on it and they're on the broadcast saying, yeah, I don't know about that one. Or I don't know about the last two they called. The one on the MVS touchdown was clearly not
correctly.
That was
lined up correctly.
Bro.
It was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
The rest basically said, oh, this ain't fair, man. We can't let this get out of hand.
It was
Remember on that old Madden, they had that mulligan you can do? That's what that was, man.
I remember that was the one with Favre on the cover where you can replay it.
Yeah, man.
I remember that. I remember that distinctly. But no, look, and also it's been said that there are some of these are because of certain alignments, and then also because of certain major downs as well that they've kind of been calling this. So look, it's been clear that the NFL sent this specifically to refereeing crews for the Chiefs to watch out for this one player that have done that. And that memo was sent out very clearly. And now it needs to be walked back and rectified at this current moment in time. So hopefully this is not a storyline on Sunday Night Football. And even though Colin is going to try to make it one, hopefully he won't.
Sure.
Well, no, we got Taylor there, Taylor Swift. So they'll just make funny jokes about her song titles.
Oh man!
Oh god, man!
I'm drinking every time you kill her.
So we listen to Mitch Holtis this week.
I want to make some disparaging comments about Colin Swift, but I can't.
Please don't, please. We love this show. Please don't do that.
I want
this.
To
How bad it's gotten. This how bad it's gotten, dog. Like you got sports books theming Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift stuff as far as like which props to select, bro. Like this is how ridiculous it's gotten, man.
I don't know if it's because we're Chiefs fans and so it feels bigger, but it's been absolutely crazy.
Oh yeah.
Is it because we're in like the Chiefs fishbowl already? So like it's just magnetized. Like I don't know.
Yes.
It's making national news. Like it's
been on the Today Show every day this week. They're like, day 5 of Taylor and Travis watch. Like they're about to come out coming out.
They made a new ketchup / ranch because of her, man.
Ridiculous.
Kelce was walking outside of his house and was getting photos by paparazzi. That man is a Hall of Famer and never had that before.
Like, what the heck? I'm like, this has never happened to me before.
Oh,
I seen that.
Hey, look, that is so hilarious. What Auntie talking about? That is so hilarious.
Yeah. Like
but everybody in our circle knows not to do that, right? You could never do that. Like your significant other, like Nick can say, Kylie, Taylor Swift is making Travis Kelce famous. And you'd be like, what? What are you talking about? Like, you can't even get that off on us. Like,
I actually
they really were at his house. Like,
I had this little moment before the show tonight, and I was like, it is so hard for me to imagine not knowing who Travis Kelce is prior to Sunday, just because we're so engrossed in it. Like, but it's true. I mean, there are people who didn't know. It's crazy. It's been a wild week.
Yeah.
Julius Randle was good. Like,
funny.
He was like, "Are you recording me?" He was like, "Are you recording me? What are you talking about? You don't know who Travis Kelce is. What are you talking?"
You said Julius Randle?
Yeah, from the Knicks. His wife was like, it's hilarious. Those are hilarious. But
it's gold.
Have we jumped the fish? Like jumped the shark? Like, is this like the end of us? Like, cause it's just too much. It's just too much. If this was like a movie, this would be like the sequel 8, and they're like, okay, now they're in space.
Oh.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've went above and beyond the football circle. Like, we're in a different level right now.
It's just
I do think it's funny because Chiefs fans were already hated because we've won a couple Super Bowls and we have Patrick Mahomes, like they won everything, and then Taylor Swift shows up and it's just like you thought you couldn't get any more frustrated and annoyed with us. Guess what?
More annoying. Here's Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift said, "Hold my beer."
It's like you thought you hated him before. Let's add Taylor Swift. Let's add a Beyonce concert. Like what? Yeah. Like what are they doing?
Rihanna's gonna move to. Didn't Rihanna move to Kansas City?
Rihanna and A$AP Rocky bought it. What is going on?
Is that real?
Wait, is that real?
I don't know.
Oh.
Well, what I do know is that A$AP Rocky did shoot a video here, a music video here.
He did shoot a video here.
He did do that.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, look, dude, we are the center of the most popular sport in America and the most recognizable face in that sport in America and the most watched TV vehicle in America. And that's simply put, as it's a fact.
And wait a minute, we got a Ferris wheel on the highway now. Like, what is going on with Kansas?
I saw that driving because I was in Kansas City this past week. I was driving by. I was like, when did that Ferris wheel get here? I was like, I don't remember seeing no
It's
Ferris
huge. It wasn't there, and then one day it's just there and it's lit up. It's like, what is that? Like, y'all gonna get that downtown baseball stadium. Y'all might as well get used to it. It's coming because Kansas City is on the map right now. They're gonna put Taylor Swift on the ballot. You like Taylor Swift ain't coming to no more games if y'all don't vote this downtown. If I was the Royals, I'd be having her as a spokesperson right now.
Oh
yeah. Carrington had me cracking up like he asked the mayor earlier today. He said, can we get the same crews that
comment of the night?
Yep. Exactly. I was getting to that, Mercedes. I was getting to that because Carrington said, can we get the same crew to fix Main Street in time for the playoffs?
I saw that. That was funny.
Did you? Oh, you went to the game? Did you see Taylor Swift?
Oh,
yeah,
that's funny.
The Jungle Law dude. Oh God, that guy has money to burn. Because the Jungle Law plane starts like 3 hours before the game. He just flies in a circle for 4 hours and then goes home. It's like, what are you?
Yeah, it's
like somebody just looked up and said, I do need a lawyer. Anyway, go ahead.
Kevin.
I was like, D-Mac, you all right over there?
Kevin is killing me, dog. No, Kevin's killing me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, Kevin.
No, Kevin, please.
I ain't getting on no Ferris wheel anyway. Who rides Ferris wheels? Kylie, you look like you ride.
I want to.
Okay, I'm sorry. What does a person who looks like who rides?
I'm just saying you look adventurous. Like you look like you would do a roller coaster. Like
totally, yeah, of course.
What's
roller coasters.
What's so crazy about a Ferris wheel, though, man?
Shut up, Kevin. Shut up.
Is it because you're at the top? Are you afraid of heights?
I never been on one. I want to get on this.
I'm afraid of heights, so I wouldn't do it. How long is it? Okay. How long is a Ferris wheel ride? 2 minutes?
3, 2, 3. Yeah.
Oh,
it depends.
Shit.
That's too long.
I've done the Ferris wheel down in Atlanta, and I would do this one too, so that's fine. I'm not a big roller coaster guy though.
Yeah. The best Ferris wheel ride ever was He Got Game.
No, yeah.
And shout out to Rosario Dawson. Hey, baby. Hey.
Oh, God. I knew he was going there.
Hey, Kylie had her moment. I have mine. Kylie had her moment. Y'all can't. Y'all.
Kingdom Cast After Dark.
Kingdom Cast After Dark.
Shout out to Kingdom Queens for that one.
Shout out to the Kingdom Queens. Oh, man.
All right.
What are we doing? Predictions?
Yeah, let's go and do predictions. Then we're gonna get to this homage giveaway contest winner. We're gonna get to that.
Ooh, hey, everybody, man, we did Hey, we had the response was incredible. Please don't leave after we announce the winner. Stay around and hang with us. We're pretty cool, I think. So
Yeah. But
Cool.
anywho, yeah, predictions though. Go ahead, country.
After last week, I'm predicting a big win. I'm thinking carry on. I think that we're in the woodshed games now, so hey, let's take another team to the woodshed. Let's get Trevor Siemian starting for the Jets. That's the goal for this week. I want to see Trevor Siemian starting for the Jets next week. That's the goal. I don't care how we get there. Make that happen. That wasn't a Ferris wheel, Kyle.
Wow, that's crazy.
Okay, they did do a Ferris wheel, I think, in that movie.
That was like the spinner-rooney.
Yeah. You're right.
Who gave John an edible at the game? Jesus Christ.
Okay,
D-Mac, come on, stay focused, D-Mac. Stay focused, D-Mac.
Your prediction.
No, stay focused.
I want to go like 31, but I'll be a little bit more conservative because this is a good Jets defense. I'll go 27-13. I handle win. Maybe they get a garbage time touchdown to push that up there into double digits, but I think we handle business to on Sunday. I want to say tonight for some reason, but yeah, 27-13. I'll go with just to be conservative.
I'm gonna go 30-10. I just don't think Zach Wilson got it. I think hopefully our offense will keep that momentum up from last week, and we'll get some more deep shots this week. Sky Moore will keep going. Chris Jones will get a sack. McDuffie, we're gonna start the conversation, the dialogue.
So I undersold our team last week. I felt kind of bad about it. I think I only had him getting like 21 points, 24 points. So I'm going to go the other end. I think we're going to do 35-10 Chiefs. I want to see a high school. We got Taylor in the building. She's like that rabbit. She's like a rabbit's foot now.
Let's get it.
That's a little extra beat down on top of it.
Yeah, 35-10. I think we're going to see Sky Moore continue on pace. I think Rashee Rice, maybe he'll get in the end zone again. He was so close last game, two times. So, and then more from Watson, and I think the running game, I think they're going to continue to keep going with that. So 35-10. And we might see, I don't know that we'll see Siemian. We might see Zach Wilson crying on the sideline.
I like that prediction.
I see ghosts out there. It's like 12 of them, man. There's 12 of them. Who's seen ghosts?
Not because he's hurt. I need to clarify. Right? Just because he's down on himself because we're winning so much.
Got red 22 second. I see Taylor Swift up in the booth. I don't know what's going on out there.
All right, so here's the thing. Here's the thing I'm having a hard time with in regards to the Jets. Do they even get the 10 points this Sunday? Like the Bears barely got there. That's the issue I'm having with the Jets, man. I'm gonna say they don't get the 10 points, man. I think it's 31-7.
Damn.
Ooh, I like it.
31-7, bro. Like at the beginning of the game,
he better not.
Interested. Oh God, Quinn is.
He better not. Don't start nothing, Quinn. Come on, man. Don't start nothing, Quinn.
Not playing that. Not playing that at all.
John.
But yeah.
All right, the comment section is done for the night. Y'all done. Y'all went too far. Y'all went too far.
Yes, this is my
I'm sorry, Chuck. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You're trying to take over the show. Nah, but essentially though, you're gonna see a masterclass from more so from Chris Jones' side than Quinn Williams' side. I mean, Quinn Williams, he may get a highlight play, maybe two, but I think Chris Jones is gonna continue his Defensive Player of the Year campaign. And hopefully we finally see Trent McDuffie get a pick because I mean this is the quarterback that will give it to you. So
yeah.
Trent's having a hell of a year. you would think this is the game he finally gets one. So
does he need interception?
No, but I would like some.
Yeah, like
it'd be nice to see, but no.
Okay, all right.
I personally don't care.
I agree.
His job is to make sure that he's forcing incompletions and other people can kind of be more opportunistic when teams are afraid to throw him the ball. So I don't need to have interceptions, but he's been in position for him. In the AFC Championship game, he should have had one off of Burrow to start that game. I mean, he's been there where he could get him. He just hasn't necessarily completed them yet. They will come in time. They will come in time.
But offensively, though, like you mentioned it earlier in the show, D-Mac, I think this is the game for Rashee Rice. I think, but what I want to see from Rashee Rice is I want to see his hands be a little more consistent. And then, like, as far as route running, like, you remember, like, I think the first drive, I'm going to say, on 3rd and 8, he stopped running his route for whatever reason, and the passing of incomplete, we had to punt the ball. Like, continue to run your routes. Run that route out, bro. Trust me. It's in the right spot, dog. You just got to have a little more trust with your quarterback, dog, and you're going to continue to produce even better. So
I think also a tiny bit of that was just him trying to kind of sit into that zone, and I think he misjudged it a little bit, and that's why he slowed up. But I agree. Yeah, I mean, more reps of Rice. And John mentions Felix. Felix didn't have a good game against a bad Bears line last week. I want to see him have a step-up game. And look, this doesn't mean anything. Like, I'm not down on Felix all of a sudden. I just want to see him have a good game against this Jets offensive line that's bad as well.
All right. Now, let's go ahead and get to the sponsor, and we're going to get to this giveaway. What the majority of y'all probably been waiting for. All right. So, we still got the buy one, get one 30% off all NFL apparel on HOMAGE. That's still the special for today. Still got the Team Essential collections. Still got the pop culture tees. Still got your Chris crew necks. Still got the go-to collection. And I'm going to see if there's anything else up on the website. The starter jackets.
I got a text message.
Starter jackets. Of course, we got those. We got Halloween right around the corner. Got your Halloween gear. You got the throwback collection with the helmets, throwback helmets. And
they are bringing the pullover starter jacket back too.
Yep. The date.
I got to get one this time. I can't. I played myself.
Spooky season, baby. You better start getting them.
It's spooky.
And then Flavortown Tackles Football. That's the last one where, food correlates with the teams. Of course, we known for our barbecue with barbecue capital of the world. So we got ribs with the KC Wolf serving up the ribs. So go on, copy some gear and pay homage.
Hey, Chuck, hit Auntie with the link. We got you. I got you.
Yeah, we got you, Mercedes. We got you. All right. Now, the moment that y'all been waiting for.
Drum line, please. And the winner.
No.
I don't know. I don't know what the winner is.
Just no.
We're not there yet.
Okay.
All right, there we go. I was about to say, man, this computer was tripping all of a sudden. Here we go.
Kylie, that was really.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Do we know this person?
You said what?
I said, do we know this person?
I ain't looking at the comments all of a sudden.
Oh.
All of a sudden.
All right, here we go. The winner.
Omar Stu.
he ain't lying, though.
Not at all.
He ain't lying. And the winner.
And the winner is. If I could pull it up, man. Sure.
You gotta leave some space.
No, hey,
I couldn't even get to him, man. Oh shit! Ooh, that's so childish, man.
Wow, this is crazy. All right, here we go. The winner is Jody Baker, the K-State fan.
Oh,
really?
K-State
Congrats, Jody.
Congrats to Jody.
Jody.
Shout out to Jody.
Hey.
Jody, if you're listening, you just won the big homage package, the big bundle package.
That's so exciting.
That's nice.
Shout out to Jody.
Congrats.
Shout out.
So,
and we got another thing. We got some more stuff coming down the pipeline. So this is not the last giveaway we're doing this year. Definitely not.
That's awesome.
It was Jody.
No, different Jody.
No,
Oh, okay,
different
different
Jody. The K-State fan, Jody.
K-State fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the Hom get winner of Chiefs joggers and 2 T-shirts of your choice. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Congrats to Jody.
Congrats.
Congrats. Well deserved.
Shout out to the 440 people who participated. So salute to y'all. That blew up big time. So, and we got another one soon. But either or, here's one or two things that's gotta happen. We need 500 followers on Facebook or 500 followers on the IG, or it gets to 1,000 subscribers on the show. So, and then we'll do another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so it's on to the Jets. Y'all got anything else before we get up out of here?
Hopefully it ain't a snooze fest, man. Go Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm
gonna be drunk because they keep showing Taylor. I'm gonna just be drinking every time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's what we're doing. We're taking a
Every
shot every time they mention her.
I gotta make it interesting. Yeah,
Taylor
every time they show her. Every time they show her.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
What's the drinking game?
Every time they say
when you see her face.
Yeah, any references, anytime they show her, any songs, just
any reference, a shot.
Y'all not gonna make it.
Yeah. Come on, man. We got to make it difficult because y'all gonna be wasted by the second quarter.
We gonna be out
there. It won't be like hard alcohol. Maybe we do just like beers. It'll be like
do something light. Like do something light. Don't do tequila shots.
We gonna be
shots. Every time they mention Taylor Swift. Dang.
Anyway, come join me. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm not gonna participate. I'm gonna have to watch this mug on mute. Depending on the early.
You might have to turn Mitch Holtz's up this weekend. For real, man.
Yeah. Kylie, what's on the menu? Have we finalized the Sunday menu?
We have so it's actually mine and my husband's first anniversary on Sunday.
Happy anniversary!
Thank you. So we're gonna do a little more upscale. We got some steaks, and we're gonna do some surf and turf. We're gonna get some lobster tails. They on sale up at Hy-Vee, So we're gonna get those grilled up, and it'll be nice. It'll be a good time. So
that's how
congratulations! Congratulations!
Do it,
Nick Fury.
All right. So that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share all your social media platforms. Till the next episode, it's on to the Jets. Don't miss this Jet, ho. We out.
Yeah. LOS.